Have you ever experienced those moments when you're bursting with incredible ideas, ready to conquer the world, only to be met with a barrage of self-doubt and criticism? Well, my beautiful souls, if you've ever felt like your own worst enemy, then you've encountered the infamous character that thrives on shooting down our dreams, the inner critic. I'm Blaze Singh, a former teacher turned wellbeing creator, and I'm here to share with you the proven techniques I've used to overcome life's challenges and transform setbacks into success. The inner critic, my friend, is that voice inside your head that loves to point out your flaws, criticize your actions, and makes you doubt yourself. It's like having a relentless judge living rent-free in your mind, always ready to condemn your every move. But here's the twist. Befriending your inner critic is actually a far more effective and compassionate approach than trying to banish it altogether. You see, the inner critic may seem like a villain, but it has a purpose. Its intention is to protect you from harm, to keep you safe by highlighting areas where you may fall short. It's like a misguided friend who wants the best for you but has a rather unhelpful way of expressing it. Befriending your inner critic means acknowledging its presence, listening to what it has to say, and understanding its underlying fears and concerns. We recognize that critics' harsh words are not the absolute truth, but rather a distorted perception rooted in our past experiences, societal expectations, or insecurities. By befriending the inner critic, we shift from a mindset of self-judgment and self-blame to one of self-compassion and acceptance. We learn to recognize when the critic arises and respond with kindness rather than resistance. It invites us to embrace our imperfections, honor our vulnerabilities, and treat ourselves with the same kindness and compassion we would offer a dear friend. All right, let's get started with an exercise to help you do just that. This exercise has been adapted from the Mindful Self-Compassion Workbook by Kristen Neff and Christopher Germer. The authors are experts in everything self-compassion related, and I'd highly recommend this book to understand how you can use self-compassion to accept yourself, build inner strength, and thrive. And no, they're not sponsoring this video, it's just a book that I actually love. I want you to think about a behavior that you often criticize yourself for. A behavior that brings you unhappiness or holds you back. It could be something like being too hard on yourself, overthinking, or being overly self-critical. Choose a behavior that you feel comfortable exploring and is open to change. Got it? Fantastic. Jot down the typical things your inner critic says to you when you engage in this behavior. Pay attention to the tone and words it uses. Does it sound harsh, judgmental, or maybe even protective? Take a moment to jot down these thoughts. Moving on, let's try to understand your inner critic's intention. Sometimes it might be trying to protect you or keep you safe in its own way, even if its approach is misguided. Take a moment to reflect on why your inner critic has been so persistent, and if you can identify a possible motive, acknowledge it. You can even write a few words of understanding or gratitude. Remember, your inner critic may have been trying to help, even if it hasn't been effective. Now it's time to befriend your inner critic and build a healthier relationship with it. Place your hands over your heart or any soothing place and take a deep breath. Repeat the following phrases that capture the essence of befriending your inner critic. I acknowledge you, and I understand that you're trying to protect me. Let's work together to find a more supportive way forward. Allow yourself to connect with that part of you that wants to find a harmonious balance. Now let's write a message to your inner critic as if you were speaking to a dear friend who's facing the same self-critical tendencies. What would you say to uplift and support them? Write freely and spontaneously, expressing kindness and understanding. Here's an example. Hey, inner critic, I see you and I appreciate your efforts to protect me, but let's shift our focus towards growth and self-compassion. Instead of criticizing, let's find constructive ways to improve. You're an important part of me, but together we can create a more nurturing and empowering mindset. Congratulations! You've taken a significant step towards befriending your inner critic. Remember, change takes time and practice, but with self-compassion, you can transform your relationship with self-criticism. If you found this exercise valuable, smash that like button and share it with others who might benefit from it. Here's an extra technique that will further help you on your journey to befriend your inner critic. Whenever your inner critic starts to speak up, take a moment to pause, take a deep breath, and remind yourself that your inner critic is just part of you trying to keep you safe. Repeat a mantra like, I am more than my self-criticisms, or I choose self-compassion over self-judgment. This technique will strengthen your ability to respond to your inner critic with kindness and understanding. Thank you for joining me today and taking the time to befriend your inner critic. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more content on personal growth and self-improvement, subscribe to this channel and hit that notification bell. Remember, you have the power to transform your relationship with your inner critic and cultivate self-compassion. Stay positive, keep growing, and I'll catch you in the next video. Take care.